Hi guys, what is going on? Today's video we're going to talk about why I chose to go with Whipple Superchargers over everybody else. And we're going to go for a little drive in the Ram. The Ram is actually basically dailyable right now. I put the stock wheels and tires back on, the interior's back in. This is just for now. We're going to be hitting the track again very soon. It's just, it's Father's Day today. It's the weekend. Don't really plan on racing, but I wanted to be able to enjoy my truck just driving it around and stuff like that instead of just being in pure race track mode. You can't really drive it around, enjoy it on Hoosier slicks and front skinnies. So we threw the, put it back to normal for right now. We're going to be back to the track very soon. It's just really hot out. Obviously, it's the middle of summer, but we're definitely hitting the track again very soon, probably in a week or so. So we'll get that content going. But today we're going to talk about why we went with Whipple Superchargers. So let's get a cold start and go for a little ride. All right, let's get a little cold start going. That's with the cutout closed, right through the exhaust tips. Even louder with the cutout open, obviously. He sounds good. Oh yeah. Alright guys, what is going on? Yes, we're going to talk about why I chose Whipple Superchargers over everybody else. And realistically, there was only one goal in mind, and that is to be the best and the fastest that you can be. And in my opinion, to be the best and the fastest you can be in the Hemi world, and especially in the Ram world, Whipple is the #1 supercharger to go with. ProCharger is a very good company. I'm not doubting any other companies. I looked at everybody. I looked into all the other companies. But there was only one goal I ever really wanted, and that was to get a Whipple on this truck. All right, I'm not going to say I ever really wanted. From the beginning, everything changed as the progress changed, as the build changes, as, my channel continues to grow. We try to get better content faster, get better content, run faster times and everything like that. So, Whipple, going in a circle here, Whipple was, my #1 choice. Now, last year I looked into Whipple, ProCharger. I even looked into doing a custom turbo kit. I talked to Steve. We looked into everything. And everything, just nothing really, we looked into everything, but nothing really was going the right way for a boost setup last year. With braking and having to get another vehicle, it just wasn't in the cards. And boost was, I always wanted to boost it. I always wanted to hear that Whipple sound. You see the times that some of these vehicles run with a Whipple Supercharger, and it obviously is what you want. I mean, Whipple they're nasty. They're very nasty, they're very fast, and they produce some of probably the better supercharger numbers out there. And I'm not denying that ProCharger, you can't run a nasty time with the big stall and stuff like that. Now, the big stall is the #1 reason I was a little hesitant on Whipple, and why it took me a little longer to basically, try and get one. I would say that, try and get one. The big stall is literally the #1 reason I took a little bit longer, and like I said, hesitant to get one, because Whipple creates a lot of heat. It's a positive display. It's a PD blower. They create a lot more heat than, say, a ProCharger, or even the new ones that are out, that Torque Storm, that Frostbite's building over there. They create a lot more heat than that, and with a big ass stall in it, and that big ass stall in the blower, you can create a lot of heat under the hood, and on stock internals, that's not good. But I still wanted one, so we made the deal. We went with Whipple because I talked to Jay, I talked to Steve, I contacted the guy at Whipple, and it's the right route to go. We want to be the fastest. We want to be the best. We want to be, putting out times that no other 5.7 Ram can do. Now, there's some very fast turbo builds and everything else. A lot of guys are going to say, oh, you should have turboed it. It's the way to go. But the fastest times that I've all seen of all came from either a full-on custom turbo kit or a Whipple supercharger. And these are an NA stroker motors. Even the 5.7s, two guys I think have won 11.0s in the 5.7s. And I think 11.0 is actually the fastest that a 5.7 Ram has actually gone. Merging over here. I think two guys have ran 11.0. Actually, I think more than that have ran 11.0, but I think 11.0 is the fastest in the 5.7s. But I don't think they had like big cams, big stalls, or anything like that. Ported heads. Maybe Matt VCAC did in his old blue truck, in his 2011 blue truck, but I don't think he had it, or I don't think the other guys had it in their setups. So, what my plan is right now is get the supercharger kit, which should be out in a couple of weeks, and we do need new injectors because we got the competition kit. So obviously competition kit's like the tuner kit. Doesn't come with injectors, doesn't come with a map sensor, doesn't come with a tuner, which is all fine. I have a tuner, I can get a map sensor, and I can get injectors. And the injectors that I talked to Jay and he recommended, you know, anyway, we got to get new ones. The ones that the whip will come with my big cam in it are not, you know, I'm going to go with what he recommends since he's tuning it. So, and also, yes, we are actually keeping this cam in the truck for the Whipple. Now, maybe down the road, when we decide to do other things, like put the drop-ins in, we'll change them out. But right now, this is the plan right now. Get the kit, get the injectors, get the new map sensor, and run the baby boost, which I call baby boost. The kit's going to come with a 3.75 pulley and run about 7.5 pounds of boost. So we're not going to run anything more than that at all on the stock internals. That is it. That's all I want to run on the stock internals. So we're going to run that on the stock internals until we can get the drop-ins. Instantly, I'm going to save up every dollar I can to get the drop-ins almost right away. That is what I want to do right away, so we can really turn the boost up and really see what we can get potentially. Like, the reason I didn't even think about getting the Whipple sooner is because we were so close last year to run 11s. I'm not going to say so close as in like 12.0 or nothing like that, but we were running low 12s, and we had so much more potential to run into the 11s. So, and at that time, supercharging just wasn't really in the cards, the price or anything like that. So I figured, let's go try to get 11s NA, and let's go that. Let's be the first. I wanted to be the first four-door Ram to run 11s NA. No one has done it, and I was the closest. I was the best. I was the fastest at the time. And the only one that was the closest before me was Jay, but Jay put a 4.26 in his, so he wasn't really, he was done out of the 5.7 game and stuff like that. And he hasn't even ran 11s NA because he hasn't really ran it one time. It was only the 8th mile. Really fast, around like 7.1 or something like that. But the run 11s NA, no one was even close. And then Rick Spillman came out of nowhere, been to the track like 6 times his whole life. All of a sudden gets all these modifications, spends God knows how much money, and does all them mods. His truck runs out 11s and takes that away from me. You know what I mean? I'm not taking it. He took it away from me, but I wasn't the first. And then he went out and ran 11.7. So I still had all the stuff ordered and everything like that, but they also can run in January and February, where our tracks are closed because it's 20 degrees, 10 degrees out here. I don't know what their temperature's out there, but obviously they're out in Texas, so they have tracks open almost all year round. We do not. Then COVID came, so we missed all the good weather. So we never got the chance to run the 11. I mean, if things are, sorry guys, I'm a little dry mouth here. If things are looking forward, then maybe we can go out and still try and get that 11. It's possible, but we're going to need some really good air to do it. And people are like, well, why ain't they running any faster than last year? Like, I keep getting comments that saying I'm not close. Well, yeah, no shit, I'm not close. It's 2100 DA, 2000 DA, and I'm running faster than I did last year. Like that, if people that comment that don't exactly know what they're saying, thinking that I'm nowhere close, I'm running, but they don't understand that DA factors more than anything. I don't want to say anything bad about anybody, it's just like, it's a little aggravating that I try to explain it in every single comment, that people that don't understand what, a 1220 and 2000 DA compared to a 1220 last year and negative DA, negative 800 DA. It's a big difference right there. So we still have potential to get the 11s if we get some ridiculously good air in this time before the blower goes on, because we want to get the blower on I'm gonna run the baby boost, and I want to get to the track and see what we can do, even on that. I mean, I don't want to shoot numbers out there, because every single time I shoot numbers, I never achieve what I say I do. I always try to shoot for the stars, be the best, but that's what everyone wants. Everyone that races always wants to be the fastest and the best. That's obvious. That's why you're out there doing it. But I never, you know, sometimes I get what I always say, but I always say, hey, with this air, I should run this. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Your truck has your vehicle has its good days, your vehicle has its bad days. I ran great in some hot weather plenty of times. Well, I didn't run so good in cold, and then sometimes in cold weather, I don't run so good as I do in hot. It all depends on humidity. Everything factors in. So, Whipple Supercharger, man, we got it. It's coming to the Ram. We're going to do some big things. We're trying to race Hellcats and anything else that we can get our hands on. Some really fast cars. Yeah, guys, that's basically where I'm at. That's why I wanted to go with Whipple. They are the best. I want to thank Nick over at Whipple Superchargers for everything he's done. Helped me out big time getting this this supercharger kit together. So, and also, guys, the 6.4 manifold, if you're staying this long in the video, I should have mentioned it earlier, is sold. I sold it to a friend of mine who is actually local to me, and he hit me up before anybody else did. And I know he wants it more than anybody. I'm not going to say he wants it more than anybody, but I want to give it to him. He actually paid me most of the money for it already. So it is actually sold. So I had about 30, 40 offers already on it. So I just want to let everybody know that the 6.4 manifold is sold. Sorry about that. So the cam's staying in the truck, but the 84 millimeter Fastman is not sold. I've had a couple offers, but most people are looking at the manifold. Obviously, the 6.4 manifold is absolutely amazing. So that is sold. The Fastman throttle body. If you got a good cam truck or a good bolt-on truck, the 84 Fastman is going to do great for you. Absolutely great. It's not over big. It's not. It's like perfect. It's perfect. I would say it's not like a huge where it's going to hurt your bottom end. It's going to help you bottom end. You're going to get more airflow. So if you guys want it, hit me up. Let me know. I'll try and get that out too, because we have the 102 millimeter billet throttle body from Whipple coming for this truck. So that's why I'm not going to be using their 84. So guys, that's what we got for today, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Got much more content coming. I got another video coming possibly in a couple of days. I got to figure out when I can get it out. But I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.